Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of the EKS series. In this video we'll explore Kubernetes secrets and then we'll see how we can use AWS Secrets Manager to store our secrets. Okay, so I already have a EKS cluster running here which was created using this CloudFormation template. And if you want to learn more about it, just go and watch second video of the series. In addition to that, I also have an EKS server running here which is just an EC2 instance with kubectl installed. So now what I'll do is I'll just connect to this server. Okay, so I'm logged into the server. Now I'll just run sudo I, and now what I'll do is I'll just add an access in the kubeconfig file, and the way you do it is by running this command AWS EKS update kubeconfig. Name of the you have to give the name of your cluster, which is going to be prod in my case, and the region where your cluster is running, and this is episode 1. Okay, there's an error. Okay, instead of the region I have to give name here. Alright, so the entry is added in the kubeconfig file. Now I'll head over to this GitHub repository which is created for this course, and I'll open this folder called security. Okay, just open this folder called Secrets Manager, and what we'll do is we'll first create a secret here. So if I go to my cluster and if I run kubectl, let me add in a live here, kubectl, and now if I run kubectl get secrets, you will see there are no secrets right now. So now what I'll do is I'll just create a secret which is gonna be called app secrets, and then we'll have these two values here. Okay, so it says the secret is created. Now I'll run the command again, kubectl get secrets, and you'll see this is the secret that is created. Okay, once the secret is created, now what I'll do is I'll just create a deployment here, and then we'll use this secret in this deployment. Just copy this part, create a new file called deployment.yaml, and paste the content. Okay, so this deployment is using the nginx image, and then it's trying to fetch a secret using this environment here. If you see, this is db user and db password. Okay, now I'll apply this file. Okay, so the deployment is created. Let's just run kubectl get pods, and it's in container creating state. Just wait for a few seconds. Now it's running. Now if you want to see the logs, just write kubectl logs and paste the pod name. You'll see that the secrets are loaded successfully, and these are the secrets, okay, which the deployment is using. So this is how you use a secret in a deployment. Now what I'll do is I'll just delete the secret. Okay, so I have to run this command kubectl delete secrets, and now once I delete this secret, let me clear the terminal, and now there will be no secrets in my EKS cluster. So you see there are no secrets, and now what I'll do is I'll just restart the deployment. So you will see that the deployment will start to fail because it won't be able to fetch that secret in the cluster. So the deployment is restarted. Let me just now run kubectl get pods, and you see there's an error here which says create container config error, and if you describe this pod, you will see secret app secret not found. Okay, so this is how you just create a secret and then use that secret in a deployment. But the problem with Kubernetes secrets is that they are not encrypted, or they are just decoded, and anybody with basic command can just decode those secrets, so they're not that safe. So now what we'll do is we'll just use AWS Secrets Manager, which is a AWS feature, okay, which allows you to store your secrets, and then you can also encrypt them using the KMS keys. So let's head over to this repository, and now what I'll do is I'll just create a secret. Okay, for the sake of this video I've already created this secret, so if I run this command, I don't think it's gonna do anything because the secret already exists. So you say the operation failed because the secret is already existing. So I'll just open Secret Manager and I'll show you the secret. So if you see there's this Secret Manager which is already created, and it was created today itself. Okay, now I'll move to the next part, but if you have not done this, please create a secret by running this command, and this is the name by which the secret is going to be created. Okay, now what you have to do is create an IAM role for ASCP. So you have to use the following trust policy. I'll head over to IAM. By the way, we are doing all this so that we can use Secrets Manager in our EKS cluster. Okay, and for this we need an add-on which is provided by AWS. We'll install that add-on very quickly. We'll add that we will install that add-on in a bit. Before that, let's create a role first. Okay, so click on create role and select custom trust policy and paste the policy. Just a second, this is not the correct policy. Copy this policy from here and paste it here. Okay, so now you have added the policy. Now you need to substitute a few values. So instead of principal and federated, you have to give the OIDC provider for your cluster. And how do you get that? Well, just go to the identity providers and you will see an OIDC provider for your EKS cluster. If you are creating this EKS cluster using the CloudFormation template from this repository, you'll already have this created. Okay, so now what you need to do is just copy this ARN from here and paste it here. Okay, so this part is done. Now you have to substitute two values more, which is this OIDC provider. You can get that from this page itself. Just copy it and paste it here. Paste the same thing here as well. Okay, so now you will see there will be no errors. But one thing before we click on submit is you need to focus on this part, which is this service account. Okay, so this service account should match the service account which is existing in your Kubernetes cluster. Right now I have not created this service account, but I'll create it shortly. So make sure this name which is given here is correct, and also a namespace is correct. Okay, click on next. And for permission policies, I'll give it a permission to fetch secrets. So I'll just give Secrets Manager full access for now, or the Secrets Manager read write is fine too. Click on next, give it a name like secret role. Okay, so this part is done. Click on create role and you will see that the role is created. Let's move to the next part. So we have added this as well. We're using the AWS provided policy, so no need to do anything. Now what we'll do is we'll install the add-on that I was talking about earlier. So you can do it from the AWS console as well. All you have to do is just go to your EKS cluster, open your EKS cluster and go to add-ons here. Click on get more add-ons and search for secret. You'll see this add-on here which is called AWS Secrets CSI driver provider. Select this and click on next, and this is the version. Click on next. Alright, so everything seems fine here, and now I'll click on create. Okay, so it will take a while for this add-on to be installed. Now what I'll do is I'll just head over to my kubectl server and I'll run a command kubectl get namespace, and you will see a new namespace is created here which is called AWS Secrets Manager. I'll just run kubectl get pods in this namespace, and you will see there are 4 pods running which were installed by this add-on. Let's move to the next part. Now what we'll do is we'll install this ASCP provider. So what's ASCP? ASCP stands for AWS Secrets and Configuration Provider. It is just a custom resource which allows you to mount secrets from Secrets Manager and parameter store. Okay, so just copy this command, run new terminal, and you will see that a bunch of stuff was created. Okay, and how you can verify that? Well, you just have to run this command. So you will see that these are the resources which were created using this file. Okay, and they are in the kube system namespace. Let's move to the next part. Now what we have to do is we have to create a secret provider class. So secret provider class tells Kubernetes cluster that what we are trying to fetch and from which secrets manager. So if you see, this is the name of the secret manager that I created earlier. I'll show it again. Just go to secrets manager. So if you see, this is the secret that I have created in my AWS account, and this is the secret that I've mentioned here. Okay, by mentioning it here, you are telling the EKS cluster that this is a secret manager from which I'm trying to fetch the values, and these are the values that I'm trying to fetch. So just copy it. Let me clear the terminal. Create a new file called secretprovider.yaml and paste it here. Okay, once you have pasted it, just exit out of the terminal and run kubectl apply -f. So now it says that the secret provider was created. Alright, let's move to the next part. Now what we have to do is create a service account. Okay, so copy this service account and make sure that the service account you create has the name which you have given in the IAM policy that we created earlier. So if I show you the role, this is my secret role, and if I go to trust relationship, you will see the name of the service account is get secret service account, and it's created in the default namespace. Okay, it should be the default namespace. So just copy this command and create the service account. Okay, the service account is created. You can check it with kubectl get service account, and you will see that the secret and you will see that the service account is created here. Let's move to the next part. Now what we have to do is we have to annotate this service account that we just created. By annotating this service account, we are trying to say that this service account can use the IAM role which is provided here, and we have to provide the name of the IAM role that this service account can use. Okay, so just copy this command, paste it here, but before clicking on enter, make sure you give the ARN of the role that this service account is supposed to use, and which in my case is this role, that secret role that I created. Okay, so just copy this ARN, paste it here, and now you will see that it is annotated. And how you can verify that, just write kubectl get service account get secret service account -o YAML, and then you can grab annotation. Okay, let me just try to fetch more values. So now if you see, this is the annotation that was added because of that command. Okay, let's move forward. So this part is done now. Now what we'll do is, so we have already created a secret manager, we have created secrets, and we have created the custom resources which will help us to fetch the secrets from the secret manager. Now we'll try to fetch those secrets in our deployment. Okay, and for that we create a new deployment. So just copy this, and if you see, we already have a deployment file here. I'll just delete that. Okay, so the deployment is deleted. Now I'll create a deployment file again and paste the content here, and I'll exit out of the Vim. But before applying this file, you have to make sure that the service account name is correct here. Okay, which is gets secret service account in my case. So everything seems fine for me. I'll just apply this file. All right, so the file is applied. Let's see the pod, and you will see this is the pod which is in container creating state. All right, so now our pod is running. Okay, but don't focus on these two pods because they were created earlier. Let me just try to kubectl get deployment and delete those previous pods because they are not needed anymore. So I'll just copy this, and I'll delete this kubectl delete deployment secret demo. Okay, so now those two pods are gone. Now we can run kubectl get pods. Okay, it's in terminating state, just ignore it for now, and see that this is the pod that is using the secrets manager. Now how you can verify that? Just copy the pod name and run kubectl logs, and it says the secrets are fetched successfully. And if you see that this is the secret which is stored in my secrets manager. So if I go to my secrets manager and try to retrieve the secret value, you will see that the username and password are admin and super secret, which my pod is able to fetch successfully. Okay, and one other way by which you can verify that it's working fine is by deleting the secrets. So now what I'll do is, because like most of the things are already done, I'll just delete the secret. Okay, click on delete secret. Waiting period should be 7 days, and click on schedule deletion. Okay, so it has been scheduled for deletion. Now I'll just restart the deployment again. kubectl get deployment. So this is the only pod which is running for my deployment. Now I'll run kubectl rollout, restart deployment. I'll copy the deployment name. Okay, so the deployment is restarted. Now if I run kubectl get pods, it's in container creating state. Just wait for a few seconds. Still in container creating state. It's still in container creating state. So if you just wait for a little while, you'll understand that this pod will never start running. And the reason is simple, because we have already deleted the secret manager. So if I just copy this pod and try to describe it, kubectl describe pod, you will see that we're getting a bunch of error here. Okay, it says unknown code 400, because it's not able to get the secret value because we have already deleted the secret. So this is how you can fetch secrets from a secret manager and store your values in that secret manager and use them in your Kubernetes cluster. So that's it in this video. I'll see you in the next one. And before we hang up, don't forget to delete your cluster by deleting the CloudFormation template, otherwise it's gonna incur charges. Okay, so I'll delete it, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, tada, bye bye.